The following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15, he's going to high step into the end zone, touchdown!
Here, wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside Rush City High School for tonight's Section 7 AA Volleyball Playoff matchup between the Rush City Tigers and the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. You heard it in the intro. I am Ethan Game Day Gilman, and I'll be bringing you all the action from tonight's matchup here between these two Great River Conference foes going at it once again here this evening. The Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars and the Rush City Tigers here at the home of the Tigers at Rush City High School. Looking at these two teams coming in. Different seasons for each, but it is the playoffs, and as many coaches will tell you, once the playoffs start, you throw out all the regular season records, anything you did, any personal records, coaches, it doesn't matter come playoff time, because everyone can beat anyone in the playoffs. And you just never know how these playoff games will go. And Hinckley-Finlayson is hoping for such tonight. Now, unfortunately, for myself, I have not been able to call a Hinckley-Finlayson volleyball match this year. So this will be the first time I've been able to see them play any sort of volleyball. So it should be interesting here tonight. Looking at these two rosters, though, pretty even on the roster size for Hinckley-Finlayson. They do have the 4 seniors compared to the Rush City's 2 seniors. So if there's any sort of difference, it is that would be the only difference here between their roster sizes here tonight. Otherwise, both teams coming in looking for a victory, trying to move on to the next round of the playoffs. And that next round, again, would be the section quarterfinals, which would be at the high seed on Friday. We'll talk more about the playoff matchups, the seedings, the seasons for both of these teams, the conference standings, who won the conference, and all that sort of fun stuff. But first, we're going to hear a word from our fine sponsors, because if not for them, well, we wouldn't be able to come out here and broadcast any of these games. So we're going to hear a word from our fine sponsors first. Then we're going to get into an interview that I was able to grab with the Tigers head coach Eric Thielander. So we'll hear that, a word from our fine sponsors. Then we'll be back to talk more about this playoff matchup here on Anthem Country, 106.5 FM, AM 1350 WCMP.
Kettle River Pizza, the handcrafted pizza made locally in Ask Cove, Minnesota. Always the highest quality ingredients. Pizza that is consistently great tasting. A true crowd pleaser. 16 varieties to choose from. Enjoy the classics like pepperoni, pepperoni sausage and supreme, to the unique tastes of hot Hawaiian, taco, buffalo chicken, and chicken Alfredo. Pick some up at your local grocer, tavern, or convenience store. Handcrafted Kettle River Pizza. Moms and basketball players approved.
If aches and pains are holding you back, Wellia Health is here to assist you. Our sports medicine team is dedicated to getting you back to your passions. With extensive experience and expertise, we specialize in managing concussions, a worry for both young athletes and adults. Whatever the injury, let's get you back in action with an appointment at Wellia Health. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or conveniently schedule through your MyChart account. Visit welliahealth.org for more information.
Ethan Game Day Gilman, and I'm now joined by the Rush City Volleyball head coach, Eric Thielander. Coach Thielander, thanks so much for joining me.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on.
Of course. And, Coach, the regular season has come to a close. You guys will be playing here tomorrow night at home. But looking at the season, there's a lot of things to talk about. But we'll start with the 2 seniors that you have. What has it been like to coach those 2 seniors and watch them continue to grow throughout this season?
It's been very rewarding seeing these 2 grow into such phenomenal players and people. I've had them for several years. McKenna's been a varsity player since seventh grade, and Autumn since ninth grade. So it's been truly amazing to see them develop into the people that they are today. So we're definitely going to miss them next year, but they're going on to do great things and continue to play college volleyball, and so it'll be exciting to watch them do that too.
Over the course of this season, you guys played a plethora of different teams. You were down at the Burnsville tournament down there during the close to the end of September, and then even another one over in Morrow where you got to see a bunch of different teams. What has it been like to watch this team play against some of those other teams, even bigger schools, and just be able to learn from some of those matches?
Yeah, I mean, we're anchored by a couple seniors, and then we have a lot of youth. We from last year's roster with Autumn and McKenna, and then also Abby Thielander. So we have 3 kids that have some experience with varsity play, but then a lot of inexperience after that. And I knew going into the season that was going to be the challenge, is to get this team up to the same speed. And that's what's been really fun to watch. These 8th and 9th and 10th graders that are on the court with these 3 veterans they're really doing a great job, and they've come a long ways in adapting to the speed of the game at this level. So it was great to go down and up to more in those tournaments, seeing some great competition, and the kids really grew and learned and rose to the occasion on many of those matches. So it was just what they needed, and at the right time in the season, and it's gotten for us to be to a great spot and a great point right now before playoffs start.
I know we had talked to some of the youth of this team during the preseason, but looking at the start of the season to now, right before playoffs, what has been the biggest improvement, maybe just overall, for this team?
I think the biggest improvement is maybe not found on a stat sheet. It's just more about the connections. This game really is, dependent on a full team being able to kind of click and come together, and that's probably the biggest change and the biggest improvement that we've seen from day one to now, is just them adjusting to each other's style of play and really coming together as a unit. And the previous couple seasons, we've had kids that were playing together for so much time that it didn't require much work in that part of the game. But that was something that we really needed to focus on, and they've done a great job kind of growing together.
In looking at this team again, a great season once again. I want to go back towards the beginning of October. You played a very good game against North Branch, who was coming in as a top 10 team in their class. What was it like to play a team who was ranked that high, who is that close to you, and also has another really good coach across the court from you? Yeah,
great program. Mike runs a great program, and we knew that was going to be a huge test, and that was going to give us kind of a read on where we were as a team heading into playoffs. And the girls stepped up. They came together, played a phenomenal match against a great team that has a great chance to get down to the state tournament themselves. So I was thrilled with the way we played. The younger players stepped up. The seniors stepped up. They love those types of matches. They love the competition, and that's another reason why I'm excited for the playoffs, is because I know that they're going to be thrilled to get onto the court and play some tough teams. So,
in speaking of the playoffs, obviously they start tomorrow night, and you guys will get a home match. How nice is it to be able to get to the playoffs and know that for at least the first game, you'll be at home getting to host that game?
Yeah, I mean, the kids love playing at home. I think it's a great environment. Get our students excited about it, and it just gets us gets us going here for the start of the playoffs, which is great.
And we've talked about the some of the improvement here that your team just kind of grew together before playoffs start. Obviously, always looking to continue to get better. What are some of the things that you're hoping this team does improve with, maybe before or at the start of the playoffs and continuing forward throughout the playoffs?
I think it's, we've had this kind of mantra lately in the gym about just urgency. Whether it's actually during the game or in practice, that we're always ready for the next play, ready for the next ball, and we're, and that translates easily into our defense. So we've been working a lot on that, trying to pick up things and reading reading the hitters, and understanding what other teams are trying to do. So, defense, I think, is one of the biggest things that we've been focusing on in the gym, and having that urgency.
It's really exciting for this one.
And I have watched this team. I've mentioned it on air too, how this team has done a really good job of finding open spots on their serves. Is that something that they have specifically practiced on, trying to grab those aces, or is that something that comes along during the match?
I think that one of the things that we work on daily is our serving, and that's a place that I think that we can have an advantage. And we're definitely picking spots on the court. And one of the coaches, Summer, is calling the spots for every serve. So we're aware of who the best passers are on the opposing team, and we're aware of maybe some kids that have had some struggles with passing. So we're gonna try to pinpoint where we go with the ball, and we definitely practice that daily.
And looking at the playoffs, you'll have some familiar opponents in the playoffs, some who you have seen during the regular season, some who have not, but your first opponent will be a conference opponent in Hinckley-Finlayson, and you actually got to see them twice this year, which with the expansion of the conference is not usual anymore, but you did get to see them twice here this year. What are some of the things you're hoping to accomplish against Hinckley-Finlayson tomorrow night?
It's a new season. What happened a week ago or 2 months ago doesn't mean anything at this point. So we're going to go into this match like it's to go to the state tournament. We want to have that urgency I talked about, and we're going to go out there and give our best, full effort, and like we're playing to go to the state tournament. So we expect to see Hinckley come out and ready to play and excited to be on the court, and we're gonna match that as well.
Looking at the state tournament here, you guys have been there the last couple of seasons. How do you make sure that the girls focus one game at a time, or is that even something you have to remind them of?
I don't have to remind them that. Ultimately, that's every kid's goal, is to go to the state tournament. But they know from past years that it takes us playing our best, and if we're not focused on each match, then we're not going to get to that level of play that's needed to make it to that ultimate goal. So we are definitely focused on practice today and our first match tomorrow night, and beyond that, we'll just see where it takes us.
And Coach, that's all that I have for you here today. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, just thank you again for the coverage, and hoping we start off playing our best on Wednesday night, and hope to see plenty of people in the stands.
Well, Coach, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to do this interview. It's greatly appreciated, and wish you the best of luck on Wednesday.
All right, thanks.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique, specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Whoa.
They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got savings like Doritos and Lay's Mix and Match, buy one, get one half off. Jack Link's Beef Jerky variety, 2 for $10. Starbucks Pink in Paradise, buy one, get one free. Any Dr. Pepper, 3 for $5. Red Bull 12 ounce, buy 2, get 1 free. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Welcome back here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMP. Ethan Game Day going out here at Rush City High School for tonight's Section 7 AA matchup. Taking a look here, we'll take a look at the bracket here. Looks like that. It's somewhat legible for you. Rush City, again, the number 1 seed. They got that number 1 seed over Esco, who is the number 2 seed. That's where Pine City is tonight. Pine City is up at Esco. Taking a look at some of the other local teams, obviously Hinckley-Finlayson right there, the 8 seed. And then Mora, the number 3 seed. They're hosting Duluth Marshall tonight. That one has already been started and has been playing. Andy Beckstrom on the call in that one. And I'll try and get an update in that game for you. Try and take a look at who's winning, who's leading, and what's going on over there. But this is how the Section 7 AA shakes out here this year. Rush City was kind of, in my opinion, criminally underrated in the QRF. And here at the end of the season, Rush City was able to edge Esco out for that number 1 seed. Rush City late in the season got that victory over North Branch. North Branch at the time was ranked in the top 5 as we take a look at their schedule. You can see right there towards the bottom, North Branch. They were ranked in the top 5 at the time of that playoff game, or that game, I should say. And Rush City was able to get the victory over them 3-2. Now, that was a back-and-forth match there between both of those teams. Rush City won the first one, then it was North Branch, then Rush, then North Branch, and then they went to a 5th, and Rush City took care of business. But with that win alone, I had thought to myself, man, Rush City should move above Esco. It took some time, but they finally did, as Rush City ended the season with 2 more wins over Bram and Mille Lacs, as that would get them the conference championship. Taking a look at the conference standings, if I can find them. Here we go. Conference standings look like that. Rush City at the top, 11-0. They are conference champions once again here this year. Then Mille Lacs in second at 9-1. Mora coming out of what seems like nowhere to go 9-3 in the new conference. They're in the Great River Conference at 14-12 overall. It was just a great season for Mora. Again, kind of a turnaround season for them. Last year, not the season they would have hoped for, but man, did they turn things around here this year and really look good. And I've said it before, I thought with the team they had this year, I thought they were going to make some noise, and they sure did, finishing the season above 500 at 14-12. And you have Bram behind them at 13-14, 7-5 overall. Crosby, Ironton, East Central, Pine City, Aiken, Ogilvie, and Hinckley-Finlayson there at the bottom at 4-19 and 1-8 overall. Ogilvie will be playing at Swanville here this evening. Bram is hosting Uppsala. That should be a good matchup over on 100.9 FM, WCMP. East Central is at Mille Lacs tonight, so got a lot going on here this evening. We'll try and keep you up to date the best we can. But here in this one, we are just about set to get started. Taking a look, quick glance at Hinckley-Finlayson's schedule. You can see few and far wins between, but they did beat Ogilvie once. They did beat Aiken, Northeast Range, and Floodwood. So they technically got 2 conference victories in there because Aiken is also part of the conference here this year on the expansion with Aiken, Crosby, Ironton, and Morris. So technically they did get 2, but that was in a tournament setting, and I don't know if tournament settings count for conference wins during the regular season or not. But they did get those 4 wins, and they're hoping for an upset here tonight. You're looking at some of these matches that they've had. They've played close, obviously not as good as they would have liked, but it's playoffs. Throw out the records, throw out everything that you've heard about these 2 teams. It's a new season, as you heard Coach T. Lander say. We're going to get our national anthem and then our starting lineups, and then we will be ready for first serve here at Rush City High School for this Section 7 AA matchup here on Anthem Country 106.5 FM, AM 1350, and of course, WCMPradio.com. We'll have that YouTube link again. It is audio only, but we still have the link for our YouTube audio only as well. We're going to take a commercial break here. Word from our fine sponsors. Back after word on Anthem Country, WCMP.
Hey there, neighbors.
Matt Winsan, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden french fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Baseball and softball coaches, are you looking for dry, warm practice time?
Here's the Pitch in North Branch can help. Here's the Pitch offers amazing indoor options for your team.
Offering state-of-the-art pitching machines and batting cages.
And space for you to give instruction without worrying about the weather outside.
Take your athletes to the next level.
Coach up your team during every season or off-season. Affordable practice space for your ball teams.
Make your reservation today.
Call Here's the Pitch today or visit them on Facebook.
Here's the Pitch in North Branch.
Exhale slowly, letting any tension leave your body. Breathe in deeply as you stretch every fiber of your soul.
This woman's gonna kill me. I know, and she's so boring.
Now, lift your back.
I'd rather have the WCMP deals guy leading this class. Oh, yeah.
Right now, get a $10 gift certificate to Freddy's Restaurant in Mora for just $5. 50% off for Freddy's Delicious Favorites. Breathe.
WCMPradio.com/deals. Slowly now. WCMPradio.com/deals.
Your local radio home for Minnesota Vikings football is WCMP.
Breaks another at the 30, and he's loose!
Your favorite hometown team with your favorite players.
Caught by Jefferson!
Don't miss the hits, the action.
Touchdown Vikings!
Catch the excitement all season long.
He caught it!
Minnesota Vikings football is on Cool Country 100.9 WCMP.
Well, on this station, yes, we do have football as well on Anthem Country, but it's the Packers. And I know I don't like it either, but it is what it is. We gotta get money any way we can, and we like getting money. So we kindly carry the Packers for those closet Vikings fans that want to say, "Oh, I'm a Packers fan, but I live in Minnesota." No, you're a Vikings fan. Just get used to it. You have to denounce the Packers if you move here. Of course, I'm just kidding. I only say that. My stepdad, he's a Packers fan. He's lived in Minnesota for some time, and it's fun times with him. It's a friendly rivalry, and we talk crap to each other all the time. Gotta love it though. Taking a look here tonight. Before we get started, don't forget, we've got our Big Buck contest. It is back this year. We want you to send us a picture of your Big Buck. Rock Crusher Outdoors is giving away a very nice firearm to the winner. You can submit your photos at WCMPradio.com. The winner will be randomly drawn on November 30th. I got to find English again. Looking at the stars here for tonight for the visiting Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars, it will be number 1, junior Kendra Harris. Then number 5, senior Natalie Staffney. Sophomore, number 12, Ava Blowers. Senior, number 15, Candace Lenzen. Senior, number 27, Delaney Johnson. And freshman, number 28, Eris Ritchie. Their libero will be number 7, a sophomore, Abigail Cessna. For the Rush City Tigers, it will be senior, number 1, Autumn Stream. Sophomore, number 3, Abigail Thielander. Senior, number 4, McKenna Garr. Libero, freshman, number 7, Clara Neeson. Number 10, freshman, Kendra Heinz. And sophomore, number 18, Natalie Rude. Those are the starters here for each of these teams. I believe Mustangs are up possibly 2-0 over the Hilltoppers right now. I know they just won the last set, so I'm not sure if that's 2-0 or 1-1. We'll try and get you an update from that one. Of course, Bram just starting against Uppsala. That last game for Bram against Uppsala in September went all 5 sets, and I had a chance to talk with their head coach, Gifro, a former Bram Bomber herself. She said, we look like a different team in the best way possible. And she says, now she didn't tell me that, hey, I think we're going to win, but she did tell me that they look like a better team now. So I think for Bram tonight, they're hoping to make it a little less than 5 sets and get out of there with the win here this evening. Hinckley-Finlayson will start with the serve. It's Eris Ritchie, the freshman, starting with the serve. And it is up and over. Left to right, the Jaguars will serve on your radio dial. And this one, Rude got the set, but it went over into the net. And T-Lander just could not dig it out of the net, so to speak. And it's going to be 1-0 Jaguars. Lead on the scoreboard. Serve is over. It's Gar with the dig in the middle of the court. And Abby T-Lander comes back with one. But it is the libero Cessna getting that one. And then Cessna on the set from her teammate could not get it back over the net on the third hit to make it tied at 1 apiece on that Embrace orthodontic scoreboard. Natalie Rude to serve for the Tigers. It is into the net. So just as quickly as it was tied, it is back to a Jaguar lead. 2-1, and now going back to serve, senior Delaney Johnson. Johnson serve, hits the net, gets over. On the dig, it gets back over the net, then touch back over for a kill for the Jaguars. Make it 3-1. They're going to give that one to Candace Lenzen, the senior. That was a tough one there for Rush City. It hit the net, rolled its way over. They did a good job of getting the dig to Gar, but just tapped back across by the Jaguars. On this serve, it's dug up and pushed over by the Tigers. Hit back across by the Jags. Blocked at the net, kept alive by Lenzen. And at the net again, this time the Jaguars are there, but Staffney cannot get it over the net. That will be a point back for the Tigers, 3-2. Now serving is Abby T-Lander. Serve from T-Lander is out, and there, Candace Lenzen. She was close, but she kept her hands away, and that makes it 4-2 Jags. It is Lenzen to serve now. It's up and over. This one's dug up by Stream, and on the far side, looking for the kill. I believe that's T-Lander. It is Abigail T-Lander. No, excuse me, that is Clara Neeson. Couldn't see the number, it was scrunched up. But Clara Neeson gets the kill on that far side to make it 4-3. Now to serve the Tiger libero, Ellie T-Lander. It's up and over. It's dug up there by Harris. And Ava Blowers got a hand on it but could not get it over the net. And that will fall on their side on the third hit, so that will tie us at 4 points each here in this one. Ellie T-Lander with the serve. It's up and it is over. Getting there was Kendra Harris along with the libero Cessna. I think a little bit of miscommunication between the two. They both went after it and they both kind of stopped. They did get a hand on it, but winds up being an ace for Ellie T-Lander. As T-Lander with the serve, it is up and over. Dug up there by Ritchie. Push back across. The Tigers get the dig, and now McKenna Gar looks for the kill. It is Delaney Johnson getting a hand on it, but that's going to go out the way, and a kill for McKenna Gar, the first of the evening for her. Ellie T-Lander readying yet another serve here. She's gotten her team back into this one and the lead. T-Lander serve is up and it is over. This time dug up by the Jags, hit back across by Staffney, dug up by the Tigers, and now looking to hit it across. And that is a beautiful hit by Clara Neeson, right where that one needed to be. Perfect placement by Neeson. She didn't need to get the big swing on it. Just a light tap across was all she needed. And now it's a 7-4 lead for the Tigers. Ellie T-Lander with the serve. It's up and over. Sliding to get that one is Cessna, but it goes off of her dig attempt backwards. It's another ace for Ellie T-Lander. Give her 2 here in the set. We'll get that ball rolled back here to T-Lander. Ellie T-Lander back serving. Again, the libero tonight for the Tigers. This one is up and it is over. Cessna again with the dig to Johnson on the far side for Blowers. It's over, dug up by Ellie T-Lander. Stream gets to it. Gar looking for the kill. Got it down right in front of the diving Cessna to make it 9-4. Slow start for the Tigers, but ever since they've gotten on a little bit of a roll. Scoring now 6 straight points and pulling away a little bit from the Jags. T-Lander will set up to serve again. Here it is. It is hitting the net. It gets over, and the dig attempt there by Harris got into the net. Her teammate Johnson nearly got it dug up, but it goes back out of bounds, and another kill or the point rather, for the Tigers. 10-4, we'll see a timeout here by the Jags, and while they take one, we'll take a quick one as well.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Back here on Anthem Country 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMPradio.com. Game Day Gilman here at Rush City High School for tonight's Section 7AA matchup between the Tigers and the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. 10-4 is the Tiger lead in this first set. It's Ellie T-Lander back serving for the Tigers. She's done a good job here, helping her team score now 7 straight points, taking a 10-4 lead. T-Lander's serve is over. It is dug up there by Harris. Now on the far side, it's Blowers looking to get it across. Stream with the dig. Rude sets. Gar taps it across the net, and Harris got a hand on it for the block, then tried to dig it up one more time to set it up for her teammate coming up behind her, but she kind of pushed it backwards and out of play, and that winds up being a good point for the Tigers. Gar will get credited for the kill. It's 11-4. T-Lander serve is up and it is over. It's Cessna with the dig, and pushing this one over is Staffney. Dug up by the Tigers. Autumn Stream coming back with one for the kill to make it 12-4. And again, Autumn Stream, she's very smart with her swings. She could easily get all of her swings just absolutely, just bombs, really. But she's very, very careful with how she hits it, whether it's a big one, whether she takes something off it. She is very smart about how she hits it. This serve is dug up and hit back across by the Jags. Blocked at the net. Jags have it, but it will stay on the side of Hinckley-Finlayson. Tigers get another point, 13-4. Now it's 10 straight. T-Lander's serve is over, dug up by Johnson. And no one going to get there. Delaney Johnson pretty upset. Eris Ritchie, the closest Jag to it. But a little bit of miscommunication. They had about 3 Jags around it along with Ritchie. So certainly no blame on her. Just a little bit of miscommunication between her and her teammates. Ellie T-Lander, another serve. It's over, dug up by Johnson. Ritchie with the set and looking for the kill. That time is Blowers. Diving dig by Ellie T-Lander. Set. Trying to get under it was Abby T-Lander, and it did not get up enough for Autumn Stream to do anything with it. So it'll be a point back for the Jags. It will be Ava Blowers getting credit for the kill. Now checking in, Riley Windsor-Scott, the 5'4 junior, checking in and going back to serve. Serve is over, and Abby T-Lander does not get there in time. It comes up a little bit short of her, and she played it a little too conservative on that one. She needed to be a little bit more aggressive, take that step forward and get that one. So Riley Windsor-Scott checks in, and she gets an ace to make it 14-6. This one's over. T-Lander is there this time. Rude sets, and Gar will tap this one across, but it's dug up that time by Cessna. Now Blowers looking for the kill. Rude there for the dig to Abby T-Lander. Gar will line this one up off a block at the net. Delaney Johnson gets the kill, the dig. Continuing to be volleyed at the net. Jockeying for position, but it will be called a double hit on the Jags to make it 15-6. Tiger student section getting into it now. The Jags have brought their student section as well, and it is, that is Neeson to serve. This one is hit out of bounds by Natalie Staffney. just got a little too underneath that one. If she gets on top of it a little bit more, that one probably winds up being in play and a nice looking kill for Staffney, but that one just a little too far, 16-6. Clara Neeson with the serve. It's up and it is over. Dug up there nicely by Blowers and push back across. Tigers get the dig. Gar will look for the kill. Johnson there to Ritchie. This one's at the middle of the net. Staffney punches it over. Dug up by Abby Thielander to Rude. Autumn streamlines that one up and gets the kill off the block at the net. 17-6, Tigers lead. 2 kills now for Stream along with Neeson, and then 3, the team lead for Gar. Clara Neeson will serve. It is up and over. 2 Jags go after it. Johnson and Cessna. It's going to wind up going out of play. An ace there for Clara Neeson. Her first of the evening. Tigers now have 3. Neeson will serve. Line drive, it's over. Dug up by Windsor Scott. Ritchie, and then Windsor Scott pushes it across. Dug up by the Tigers. Rude taps it over on the second hit, and that catches the Jags off guard. They'll get 2 hits, but then it goes out of play to make it another point. Tigers 19-6, they lead. Clara Neeson with the serve. Line drive over. Dug up by Windsor Scott. Ritchie at the net. Pushes it across. Dug up by Ellie Thielander to Rude to set. Gar looking for the kill. Off the net. I don't know if it was blocked or off the net. I think it was off the net, they're saying. And that'll make it 19-7. So the Jags not out of it yet. Natalie Staffney will go back to serve now for the Jags. Staffney takes something off it, but Gar is there ready for it. Rude sets and streamlines that one up, but it is just long. Stream, perfect accuracy, just a little too much juice on that one as it goes long to make it 19-8. Staffney will serve once again. This one dug up by Gar to Rude. Autumn Stream. This one's lined up, and Staffney gets the dig, but it goes out of play. Winds up in the bench area for the Jags after it hit the back side of the basketball backboard and came striking down. Everyone's okay on the bench area, though. 20-8. McKenna Gar will serve. Staffney is there for the dig to Windsor Scott, and Johnson looks for the hit back across, dug up by Gar, and this one by Stream is dug up by Windsor Scott in the back row. Now Delaney Johnson looks for the kill. Oh, and it's touched in the back row by Clara Neeson, and she knew it as soon as she put her hands up that she shouldn't have. But it's one of those where your body kind of doesn't listen to your brain, and your body does what it wants, and your brain's like, what are you doing? She knows it. So 20-9 after the Jaguar point. Abigail Cessna will serve, dug up by the Tigers. Abigail Thielander looks for the kill, or the block, excuse me. It's the Jags keeping it alive, and now looking for the kill. That was Candace Lenzen, but it's kept alive by the Jags, or excuse me, the Tigers. My goodness, I'm in the mix up. Cessna with the dig, hit back across by Lenzen. Dug up by Gar now to Rude, setting it up for Abby Thielander. The kill! Getting down in front of Windsor Scott. 21-9. Jags with the lead. Autumn Stream will go back to serve. Stream serve is up and it is over. Staffney there for the dig to Ritchie. Now Lenzen will look for the kill, and that is long on the hit from Lenzen. Just a little too much juice. A good spin on it, but just got too underneath it and sent it sailing. 22-9, Stream with the serve. It's up and over. Cessna there for the dig. Ritchie at the front line. Lenzen will look to line this one up. This time it's in, but Stream gets the dig. Rude will push it over on the second hit. It's Windsor Scott to get the dig. Cessna there, and now Lenzen will look for the kill. Dug up, though, by... That's Neeson in the back row. Abigail Thielander sends it across. Dug up by Staffney. Now Johnson will hit it over. Blocked at the net. Dug up by Stream. Rude to set. Abby Thielander to swing. I think the Tigers hit the net on that one. Yeah, they did. It will be a Jaguar point. I think it was Abby Thielander who hit the net, so it makes it 22-10. Getting a few more students for this student section for Rush City piling in here. As now back to serve will be Eris Ritchie. 22-10, her team trails. The serve is over. Dug up by Gar to Rude. Abby Thielander sets it up. Nice dig there by Johnson, and Delaney Johnson will hit it back across. Gar's there for the dig. Rude and tapped over there by Heinz. Dug up by the Jags. Delaney Johnson tries to get it over, but it hits into the net, and she's upset with herself on that one. That's a tough one. She was right place, right time, perfect spot for that one. Just didn't get it over. And now Natalie Rude is back to serve for Rush City. It is up. Line drive serve is over. Dug up there by Harris. Cessna keeps it alive, and Delaney Johnson, what a job by her to get it back over the net. But now it's Heinz to try and get it over. Blocked at the net by Lenzen, and it will stay on the side of the Jags, or excuse me, the Tigers. I can't get these animals right. Blocked by the Jags, stays on the side of the Tigers, and the Jags will not go away quietly, 23-11. Served now by Delaney Johnson, was just dug up on the dive by Gar, and now Lenzen looks for the kill off the block at the net. Kept alive by the Jags. Then hit by Thielander. And I think they're going to say that, again, Abby Thielander got into the net on her swing. So it will give them another point, 23-12. Jags, Delaney Johnson with the serve. Dug up by Gar. Great awareness of where she's at the court. Rude to set. Abby Thielander, another attempted kill. Now they're going to get a double hit here on Abby Thielander. The mistakes piling up now for the Tigers, and the Jags getting back into this one. They trail 23-13 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Delaney Johnson the serve. It's over. Dug up by Gar. To Rude, who sets. And tapping it across is Kendra Heinz. Dug up by the Jags. And looking for the kill, Natalie Staffney blocked at the net, but it's blocked out of bounds. Another point back for the Jags. It's 23-4. Natalie Staffney with the kill because the block went out of bounds, so she gets the point. Delaney Johnson will serve. Oh, my goodness, she got it over. Kendra Heinz got the dig, and it goes out of bounds. You can't blame her on that one. That one looked like it was going to hit the net and stay on the Jags side, but it wound up hitting the top of the net, rolling its way over. Kendra Heinz just had to do something. She threw her hands up at the last second to try and get the dig, and it went backwards. 23-15. Delaney Johnson serves, dug up by Gar. Abby Thielander looks to end the run, but it's dug up by Delaney Johnson, and Eris Ritchie needed maybe just a little bit more hustle on that one. It looked like she just, I don't know if she maybe couldn't find it in the lights or what, but she didn't seem to have the urgency getting to it maybe that she needed. And of course, looking in the lights like that, she probably could have seen that it was coming down a little bit different angle, so I'm not blaming her at all. Serve over here, dug up by Thielander and hit back across by Delaney Johnson. Dug up by Cessna to Rude, who sets. Gar looks for the kill, but it's Delaney Johnson again on the back line for the dig. Natalie Stephanie looks for the kill. Thielander there for the dig. Heinz, and now Thielander will hit it across. Cessna with the dig to Ritchie. Lenzen looking to get it in, and oh my goodness, it just goes long. And that will end this exciting first set with the Tigers coming out on top here in set number one, 25-15. Wow, 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 that's all I can say. What a first set it was here in this one. Morrow wins over Marshall in 3 sets, 25-21, 25-18, and 25-13. So Mora is on to the next round. If we take a look at it, Mora would be playing against the winner of Esco and Pine City on Friday. We'll keep you up to date on that. But first, a word from our fine sponsor. We'll be back with the second set on WCMP.
Joe and the gang at Roddy Motors have your next pre-owned vehicle. Vehicles of all makes and models, and vehicles priced to move. Roddy Motors in Mora can also get you financed on site. Or, if you've got a vehicle to sell, Roddy offers consignment too. Yep, they'll help you sell your quality pre-owned vehicle. The 2-time winner of the Reader's Choice Best Dealer in Kanabec County. That's what you call a repeat champ. When you need a quality vehicle, make your way to Roddy Motors in Mora or RoddyMotors.com. RODDY Motors.com.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Getting your vehicle repaired after an accident doesn't have to be stressful. Drop your vehicle at Hones Auto Body and they take care of the stress. From the estimate to easily working with your insurance, Hones will take care of minor dents, collision repair, glass replacement, and mechanical services. iCar and ASE certified technicians will get your vehicle fixed right. For a shop you can trust for collisions or everyday repairs, bring your vehicle to Hones Auto Body and Glass Mechanical in Mora, or visit online at honesauto.com. That's HOHNS auto.com.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350, online with audio only at WCMPradio.com. The Tigers take the first set 25-15 over the Jags of Hinckley-Finlayson. We're on to set number 2. Don't forget, we also have our Project Food Shelf coming up. Our annual Project Food Shelf happens Friday, November 1st and Saturday, November 2nd at Degas Fresh Foods in Hinckley. We're packing up bags of Thanksgiving food to donate to Pine City and Sandstone Food Shelves. Help us, help others. Stop into Degas next weekend and purchase a bag of pre-packed goodies, and we'll deliver them to either of those food shelves. Monetary donations are also welcome. Well, the Tigers take set 1, 25-15, but the Jaguars refuse to go away quietly as they almost forced that comeback. They forced Rush City into a few mistakes there, and then Rush City, unfortunately, kind of had those mistakes snowball, and that's how Hinckley-Finlayson got back into it. There were a couple of good kills there by the Jags as well. Lenzen came in there later in the set, and man, she really got some big hits for some kills there. As it will, I do believe, be Rush City who will serve. Yes. So Rush City will serve to begin the second set. Natalie Rude will have the ball to serve. Serve is up and over. Dug up there by Windsor Scott to Ritchie, and Lenzen looks to line drive this one. Rude got the dig, but it goes backwards, and the Jags are on the board first in set number 2. So the Jags get on the board first, and now it's Eris Ritchie to serve for Hinckley-Finlayson. Ritchie's serve is over, dug up by Gar. Rude sets, and Abby Thielander looks for the kill. Blocked at the net by Lenzen, but it stays on the side of Hinckley-Finlayson, so it will be a Tiger point. Still there for Abby Thielander. Her, Stream, and Gar with the team lead at 3 kills each. Abby Thielander, speaking of, she'll go back to serve. Her serve is over, dug up by the Jags. Lenzen will hit it across, and that one's going to go long. Got it too far underneath that one, did Lenzen. She sends it sailing out of play, and it will be Abby Thielander readying another serve. Thielander into the net on that one. And that will tie us at 2 points each. Now it's Delaney Johnson to serve for Hinckley-Finlayson. Her serve is over. Gar with the dig to Rude. Sending it up on the far side for Abby Thielander. Ritchie there for the dig. Johnson, and Lenzen punches it back across stream with the dig to Rude. On the far side, it's Cessna this time, or excuse me, not Cessna, that's Neeson. Both wearing the same number, to be fair, but Neeson will hit it into the net to make it 3-2. Laney Johnson again readying her serve. It's up and over. A diving dig by Abby Thielander. Rude will get it off the deflection on the net, and Stream will send it over. Dug up by the Jags set, and it was, let's see, Kendra Harris getting it blocked by the Tigers, but it's out of bounds. They had it blocked at the net, but they block it. It goes out of bounds, and it's another Jaguar point. 4-2, Hinckley-Finlayson. Johnson's serve is over. Stream there for the dig. Rude setting, and it is Gar who hits it across. Cessna with the dig to Ritchie on the far side for Staffney. And another kill there for Staffney. She hit it into the block of Rush City, but it falls on the Tiger side. And that is a kill for Staffney, her second on the evening. 5-2, Hinckley-Finlayson. Delaney Johnson serve over, dug up by Thielander to Rude. Gar Cessna gets the dig. It's near the bleachers. It nearly gets into the bleachers, and Kendra Harris was kind of aware of that. She stopped at the bleachers trying to extend her arm to get it, but just really, she ran out of room, unfortunately, as that will be Gar's 4th kill of the evening. Ellie Thielander back to serve now for the Tigers. Her serve is up and over. Dug up by Johnson to Ritchie, and Staffney will look for the kill. Through the block again! Natalie Staffney making some noise here in this second set. Candace Lenzen will go back to serve for the Jaguars. Her serve is up and over. Dug up by Abby Thielander to Rude. Gar looks for the kill just in front of the diving Lenzen. And it will be another kill here for the Tigers. That one for Gar to give her 5 now in the team lead. Clara Neeson will go back to serve for Rush City. 6-4. On that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard, Tigers down by 2. Serve is over by Neeson. It's going to be an ace. Eris Ritchie can't get there in time. And it will be an ace for Clara Neeson. Her second. Neeson with the serve. Delaney Johnson gets it, and it was dug up, but got right back to the net, the middle of the net, and Gar just light tap back down. We'll be tied at 6 now here in this second set. Clara Neeson, serve up and over. Dug up by Johnson to Ritchie. Staffney looking for a kill. Through another Tiger block. Natalie Staffney. Normally, coaches will tell you, don't hit through the block. I think at this point you're telling Staffney, hey, it's okay. Because you're getting it through the block, and, well, you're getting it through, and that's all we can ask for. Riley Windsor-Scott is back to serve now for Hinckley-Finlayson. It's dug up by the Tigers. Gar looks for the kill, but dug up by Windsor-Scott in the back row. Staffney will hit it back cross. Gar there for the dig to Rude. Stream pushes it over. Dug up by Windsor-Scott. And now the Tigers have it back. Gar delivers on the kill. That one was close. Couldn't quite tell real time if that was in or out, but that is why they have a referee there, because she can see it all, and she did see it all, and calls it in. Serve now by Gar is over, and that is Cessna trying to get the dig, but it goes backwards on her dig, and it will be an ace for McKenna Gar. Gar with yet another serve. Johnson trying to get the dig. It goes out of play once again. It'll be another ace for Gar. You're 2. This one from Gar going to go long. And out of play, so 9-8 now the score on the serve that goes long from Gar. So now it's Staffney to serve. Dug up by Ellie Thielander to Rude, and Abby Thielander gets after it, pushes it over, dug up by Johnson. Johnson will now look for the kill off the net. It hits the net, gets over, and it winds up being a kill. She kind of shrugs her shoulders and goes, well, I got the kill anyways. Any way you can get it. Natalie Staffney will serve. Tied at 9 apiece on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard here in set number 2. This serve is over, but it goes out on that far side to make it 10-9 Tigers with the advantage. Autumn Stream now back there to serve. Tigers wearing their blue jerseys, the yellow half sleeve, the yellow letters and numbers. Jags wearing the black jerseys, red numbers outlined in white letters, the red stripe from the bottom of the jersey to the middle of it, and then the red half sleeve with a white stripe at the end. Back and forth they go. Delaney Johnson will hit it back across, and now dug up by the Tigers. Gar looking for the kill, blocked at the net. Now Rude will hit it back across, dug up there by Windsor-Scott. Hit back over by the Jags. Couldn't quite see the number on that one, but Tigers get the dig. Abby Thielander hits it into a block, but the Jags can't block it back across the net, so it will stay on the side of the Jags. I think it was Ava Blowers who got that dig that I mentioned that I couldn't see who it was. 11-9 is the score. Bottom stream. Serve is over. Staffney there for the dig. To Windsor Scott, to Johnson. Johnson hits it over. Oh my goodness, somehow they got to it. Autumn Stream had it. She got a hand on it. And then it went to Clara Neeson, who somehow kept it alive. But then it went out of play, out of everyone's reach. Actually towards their coach, T-Lander. And out of play, 11-10. Now it's Abigail Cessna with the serve. Dug up by the Tigers. And Kendra Heinz with the kill there. The Jags kept it alive, but for a moment. But then the second hit pushed it underneath the net. And, well, unfortunately, you can't keep playing when it goes underneath the net. Natalie Rude will serve. It's over and out on the far side. 12-11. So Jags got out to a fast start, got the lead. Then it was the Tigers who come back, taking the lead. They've been trading a little bit back and forth, but now the Tigers have held on. But Tigers can't seem to pull away here. The mistakes kind of piling. As Eris Ritchie with the serve. Gar there for the dig to Rude. And somehow Neeson does just get it over. Ritchie with the dig to Harris. And that is Lenzen looking for the kill, but it is just long. And I do mean just. I don't think you could fit an eyelash in between where that went out and where the line is for in. Abby T-Lander will serve. It's up and it is over. Dug up by Harris. Ritchie races after it, and Johnson gets it over and in. Could not see who it was on the far side there for Rush City, who did not get it, but they decided not to go after it, and mistake there. 4 kills now for Delaney Johnson as well as for Natalie Staffney. They both lead the team with 4. Timeout here called by the Tigers. While they take a timeout, we'll take a quick one as well.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit KettleRiverPizza.com to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Of course, live with audio only on our website at WCMPradio.com. We are in compliance with the MSHSL because there is no video for playoffs. Serve here is over by Johnson. Dug up by the Tigers. Rude sets and Gar hits it over. Dug up by Cessna for the Jags to Ritchie, and that's Harris who gets it back across. Abby T-Lander there. Rude sets. Cessna, or excuse me, again, Neeson hits it over. Dug up by Ritchie, and Johnson will hit this one over. Dug up by Abby T-Lander. Gar will look for the kill. Cessna's there, but the dig pushes that one well backwards and out of play to make it 14-12. Yeah, give the Jaguars credit. They come in the number 8 seed, having only won 4 games on the year. Massive underdogs in this one, but they come in, and sometimes all it takes is a belief. A couple lucky bounces here and there, but man, oh man, the Jags are doing a great job here, especially in the second set. What a serve by Ellie T-Lander. It's an ace for Ellie T-Lander. Just took enough off that one to land right in front of the diving Delaney Johnson. That's her 3rd ace this evening. Ellie T-Lander, another serve, dug up by Cessna this time, and Harris will push it back across. Rude is there for the dig to Abby T-Lander, and Neeson will hit it over. She nearly runs in the net, does a good job not to. Push back cross by the Jags, dug up by Abby T-Lander. Now Gar will look for the kill. It is, they're going to say blocked at the net. Lenzen will hit it back over for the Jags, dug up by Ellie T-Lander. Now Gar will look to get it back across, and Cessna, unfortunately, just not in good position. She stuck her right arm out to try and get a dig, keep it in play, but unfortunately just sent it backwards, and now that'll be the 8th kill for Gar to lead the team. Ellie T-Lander with the serve. It's over. Lenzen there for the dig to Ritchie. Now it is Staffney will get it. It's Ellie T-Lander to Rude. And Stream does a good job to get that one back over the net, dug up by the Jags. And Staffney will look for the kill. Off the block, Rude there. Kept it alive for L.E.T. Lander. And Gar, oh my goodness, Gar. I think Gar and Stream thought each other was going to go after it. Little bit miscommunication there, and it winds up going into the net because a soft hit by Gar because she thought Stream was going to get it. 16-13 now. It's Len's end to serve. Over, dug up by Abby T-Lander. Rude sets. And Gar comes back with the hit, but it's dug up by Delaney Johnson. Ritchie can't get to it in time, and it will come down on the Jag side, 17-13. Tigers with the lead here in set number 2. They won set 1, 25-15, and we get a timeout called here by the Jags, and while they take one, we'll take one as well.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
Back here at WCMP, Anthem Country, 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Audio only at WCMPradio.com. We've got, starting November 4th, Cool Country. WCMP will be giving away turkeys. It's our annual Gobble Gobble giveaway. Listen and win. You can visit WCMPradio.com and click on the contest tab for more information. A lot of listening you got to do for all this information, but what other station would you be listening to? We got great country music on 100.9. Then we got throwback country music on this station, Anthem Country. Then we got today's hits from, I think, like the 70s, 80s to now on KBEK. I mean, we've got you covered on everything. Plus, on KBK, we play some Creed. I mean, you don't need anything else than Creed, right? Creed is back. So we get ready to come back out of the timeout here at Rush City High School. Set number 2, Tigers currently lead 17-13. As we get later in this set, it is Clara Neeson with the serve. It's over. Delaney Johnson there for the dig. Ritchie. And then gets over there to Blowers. Dug up, though, by T-Lander. And Gar looking for the kill. She hits into the net a few times tonight. She has not hit that one over the net. That's something that maybe she's in her head a little bit too much because she's done that a few times. So maybe it's a case where she just kind of needs to get out of her own head. Riley Windsor-Scott will serve. Over, dug up by Gar. Rude sets, and Gar will tap this one over. Oh, beautiful job. What a job there by McKenna Gar. Didn't need to go for the big old swing, the highlight reel play. Nope. Instead, just tapped it over. That was the right move because it came down in front of the diving Delaney Johnson. Give credit to the senior Delaney Johnson, man. She was all over the court for the Jags. Gar will serve. Johnson digs. Ritchie there to set. Staffney will look for the kill. Blocked at the net by Abby T-Lander. It got back to Staffney. She couldn't keep it alive, and it will go down as a point for the Tigers. Abby T-Lander, I think, will wind up getting the credit for the kill. Maybe not. Gar readying her serve again. This one's over. Dug up by Windsor-Scott, but the dig kind of pushed that one down back at the court. So it's an ace for Gar, her third, tied for the team lead with Ellie T-Lander. Gar with yet another serve. This one to Windsor-Scott. It's back towards the top of the net. Push over, then push back by Stream. Stream will push it back again. Dug up by Ritchie. Now Delaney Johnson will hit it back across. Dug up by Gar to Rude. Setting it up for Abby T-Lander. Hits the net, and Cessna just not ready. It hit the net, and it went off the block of Ritchie, and then got to Cessna. Cessna was just not ready for that one to come to her, and you can't blame her. There's really no blame to be pushed onto Cessna because that one went all sorts of different directions, and there's no reason to blame her for that one. quick commercial break as a timeout is called by Hinckley-Finlayson.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got a quick meal on the go for you. $3 gets you a hot snack or hot dog, chips, and a Polar Pop. $4 for a breakfast sandwich, hash brown, and medium coffee. Or $5 gets you a personal pizza and a 20-ounce Pepsi. Get snacking. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
We're out at Rush City High School for tonight's Section 7 AA matchup between the Rush City Tigers and the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars, two conference foes. Again, they got to see each other twice this year, which is not going to be the norm anymore. Usually you'd see all the teams in the conference twice, but with the expansion, adding Aiken, Crosby, Ironton, and Mora, not going to be the case anymore. Serve here from Gar is over, dug up by Windsor Scott, and then Cessna with the set and hit back across by Blowers. Dug up by Neeson on the back line, and Stream will push this one over. Dug up by Windsor Scott to Ritchie. And Blowers looks for the kill. Off a block, dug up by Neeson in the back row to Rude, who sets. Abby Thielander looks for the kill. Delaney Johnson there, who digs it up. Natalie Staffney sets. Cessna will get it back across. Dug up by Rude. That was Gar to Rude. Then to Abby Thielander, who gets the kill. Abby Thielander to make it 22-14. Thielander with her 6th kill of the game. Second on the team behind Gar, who has 8. Gar again still serving. Serve is over, dug up by Windsor Scott. And Johnson there to set, and Ritchie will hit it back across. It's Gar who sets to Rude. Stream pushes it over. Windsor Scott racing after it, but just not in time. She got maybe a fingertip on it, but again sends it backwards and out of play. So a kill there for Autumn Stream. Give her 5 on the evening. And her team leads now 23-14. Gar serve. Windsor Scott with the dig. Staffney there. Keeps it out of the bleachers, and then it's going to hit the divider there in the gym. Again, there's a dividing net here that will split this main gym into 2, and that's what that ball hit after the Staffney dig to keep that one alive. I was really surprised she kept that alive. Gar with the serve. It is up and over. Dug up by Windsor Scott to Ritchie, and hit back over by Blowers. Nice job by her. Dug up by Gar to Rude, who sets for Abby Thielander. Diving dig by Delaney Johnson. Dug up by Cessna and pushed over by Blowers. Abby Thielander there for the dig to Rude, setting it up for Autumn Stream, and it is... Ooh, they're going to say that was in. I will respectfully disagree. I don't think that one was in. I think that one was just a sliver out, but the main referee has spoken, and we will, of course, listen, because she is the shot, well, not really the shot caller per se, but she gets the final say on whether something is in or out. That one was scored as in, so it will be a 25-14 set victory for the Tigers. They now lead 2-0. We're going to take a commercial break here. Word from our fine sponsors, then be back for set number 3 at Rush City High School.
At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we're more than just your local dairy. We're also a trusted propane provider, serving homes, farms, and businesses across northwestern Wisconsin and east central Minnesota. Whether you need a tank installed or reliable delivery, we're here for you 365 days a year with flexible options that fit your needs. As a farmer-owned cooperative, we're committed to supporting our community because your home and farm deserve the best. Call 715-689-1032 to learn more. Burnett Dairy Propane, serving you with pride every day of the year.
Kettle River Pizza loves supporting all the local teams. And if your team is interested in fundraising, well, they've got you covered. Kettle River Pizza has years of experience in fundraising for local teams, organizations, and clubs, and they would like to help you too. With their experience and the fact that Kettle River Pizza is an easy sell, your fundraiser is bound to be a great success. Visit Kettle River Pizza online and click on their fundraising tab. Kettle River Pizza, a winner every time. Grab a few at your local convenience or grocery store for after the game.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Back here on Anthem Country 106.5 FM AM 1350, the Tigers lead 2-0, but the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars will not go away quietly. They have made these last 2 sets extremely interesting. And man, if the first 2 sets are any indication of how this third could go, and we're in for a fun one. Jaguars have absolutely battled hard, and really, it feels like the Jags, the energy and everything, it feels like the Jags have won a set. I mean, that's how good they have been playing, the effort, the hustle by this team. There's just been a few mistakes, and on some points they have just been outplayed by Rush City. But the Jags have also had some points where they have outplayed Rush City. So this third set, I'm extremely interested to see how this goes, because I really think we're in for an absolutely great third set. Now, it could be the third and final if the Tigers win it, but if the Jaguars are able to win it, we'll be headed for a fourth. It will be the Jags starting with the serve here in the third set. Eris Ritchie. Her serve is up, and it is over. Dug up by Gar to Rude, and Heinz will tap it across. Dug up by Staffney, and Ritchie. Then it's Harris who gets it over. Dug up by, well, a little bit of confusion there by the Tigers. A couple of players get to it, and it sends it out of play. So the Jags will score first once again. Serve here by Ritchie is over. Dug up by Gar to Rude, and Abby Thielander comes back with one. And see, that one's called in as well. I thought that one went long. Again, just my opinion from what I see, and who knows? I'm not wearing glasses either, so these might not be as close as I'm thinking. I forgot my glasses at home. I feel like a child because I forgot my glasses at home. I've scolded myself already about it, but it's like, come on, man. It'll be Natalie Rude to serve as we're tied at 1 apiece. This serve is going to carry. It will wind up getting in behind Kendra Harris. A mistake you cannot have, especially in a playoff game like this. So for Kendra Harris, next time she'll be a little bit more aggressive on it. But man, that is one you cannot have in a playoff game. Serve by Rude. It hits the top of the net, and then it's dug up. But the dig will send it out of play. Kendra Harris got there that time on the slide, but with the dig, momentum pushes it out of play, makes it 3-1. Rude's serve is over and dug up by Harris once again to Ritchie, and Lenzen will line it up, blocked at the net by both Heinz and Neeson, and Delaney Johnson will hit it through the block. Neeson again, dug up, pushed back across by the Jaguars, and now Abby Thielander will hit it back across. Dug up by Delaney Johnson to Ritchie. Delaney Johnson will look for the kill off a block. Getting there is Gar. Rude sets, and looking for the kill is Neeson. Dug up by Ritchie on the Jaguars side, on the near side. Now Delaney Johnson will hit this one over. Dug up by Stream in the back row. Abby Thielander, it hits the net and winds up getting over. Thielander will get the kill to make it 4-1. That one looked like it was going to hit the net and stay on the Tigers side. Instead, it hits the net, rolls over, winds up being a kill. Natalie Rude with the serve. It's over, dug up by Staffney. And Lenzen, I don't know if she meant to hit it like that, but it got through the block of the Tigers and wound up getting down. She didn't hit it cleanly, that's for sure. It was an awkward hit, but it's going to be a kill anyways for Lenzen. Delaney Johnson will now go back to serve for the Jags. Johnson's serve is over, dug up by Abby Thielander. Rude with the set. Abby Thielander hits it It's going to go across court and out of bounds on the far side to make it 4-3. Tigers still with the lead here, but Jaguars are on the comeback trail. Delaney Johnson with the serve. This one's over, dug up by Gar, and it's not going to get there. Natalie Rude couldn't get there in time, and that will make it tied at 4 here in the third. Like I mentioned, the Jaguars, man, they're not going to be an easy out tonight. Throw out the records during the regular season. It's playoff time as the serve is over by Ritchie, dug up by the Jags, and Neesing prevents it from going to the net. Stream hits it over. Delaney Johnson there. Ritchie with the set, and Lenzen will hit it over, but it's dug up by Rude. Gar sets. Abby Thielander. Oh, and it's going to go into the net. Abby Thielander had it set up beautifully, but mishit it. It goes into the net, and now the Jags have the lead. Delaney Johnson serve over. Dug up by Gar. To Rude, who sets on the far side. Heinz, oh my goodness, I don't know what happened there, but Heinz maybe misjumped or something because it didn't look good, but she wound up getting the ball off, almost kind of leaning backwards, and then it was Harris who got the dig for the Jags to push it out of play, so it will be a point for the Tigers now as it's Abby Thielander with the serve, dug up by the Jags, hit over by Staffney. We're going to get a double hit call here on the Jags. That's unfortunate to make it 6-5. As Thielander serve is over and out. So that time a little too much oomph on that one. That'll tie us at 6 apiece here in this third set. Lenzen. That's Candace Lenzen, the senior, the 5'10 senior. Back to serve. Serve is over. Dug up by Gar to Rude. And Gar will tap it across. Nice dig there by Delaney Johnson on the dive. Ritchie will get it back across. Great job by the the Jags. Tigers with the attempted kill. Gar hits it long. Tigers tried to convince the referee that it was tipped long, but that is not the case. And it will be a point back for the Jags, 7-6. The Jaguars with the lead. Lenzen with the serve, dug up by Gar. Rude sets. It'll be Gar who will tap it across. But before that, we're going to get a double hit call on the Tigers. It's 8-6 Jags. Like I said, Jags aren't going to go away quietly. And it feels like they've won a set, even though they haven't. Lenzen serve is over. Gar with the dig to Rude. Gar looking for the kill. Blocked at the net. Dug up, though, by the Tigers. Now Gar will come back looking for another kill. Blocked at the net again. Ritchie with the dig. There to Blowers and hit back across by Johnson. It's in! In on this near side corner for the kill. Natalie Staffney with the kill. Make it 9-6. Wow. What a kill there for Natalie Staffney to make it a 9-6 lead Jags. Lenzen serve is over. Gar with the dig to Stream, and then Gar gets it over. This one's going to be tough, but the Jaguars do get it over. Nice job by Blowers. Dug up by the Tigers. Gar comes back with one and absolutely destroys it. 9-7 now after that crushing hit by McKenna Gar. McKenna Gar, you could tell she took out a little bit of frustration there with that one. As Ellie Thielander's back to serve, 9-7, Tigers trail on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Thielander serve is over, dug up by Cessna to Ritchie, and Delaney Johnson will hit it back across. Ellie Thielander in the back row with the dig to Rude. Stream with the kill! Autumn Stream coming back with one. That's her 6th kill of the evening. And we'll get a new ball as that one decided to take a road trip. Disappeared on us. It's Ellie Thielander to serve. It's up, and it is over. Dug up by Harris, and Staffney looking for the kill off a couple of digs. It's going to be sent into the bleachers. And the Jags will get another one back, make it 10-8. Coming in and going back to serve will be Riley Windsor-Scott. Kill there for Staffney again. Windsor-Scott serves over. Ellie Thielander there for the dig. Rude Sets to, I believe that's Abby Thielander. No, it's Gar, and Gar will get the kill, taking her team lead now to 10 kills on the evening, 10-9. This has been back and forth all night long. There really hasn't been any advantage for either team, even though, yes, Tigers have won the first 2 sets, but I think even they tell you themselves, like, it should have been better. Cessna with the dig there for the Jags off the serve from the Tigers. Hit back across. Now the Tigers with the dig, and Gar looks to line this one up. It's in there! Just past Windsor Scott for the kill. Gar with now her 11th kill to tie us at 10 apiece. And could this be the point where the Tigers start to pull away a little bit? Neeson serve is over. Cessna with the dig. Windsor Scott there. And Blowers just does get it back across. Gar there for the dig to Rude. It's Stream, and her Stream's hit is long. The kill attempt from Autumn Stream goes long to make it 11-10 Jaguars. Natalie Staffney back to serve. Serve is up and over. Dug up by Gar. Stream off the net. It's dug up by Cessna and hit over by Delaney Johnson. Gar there for the dig to Rude. Setting it up for Gar. Gar off the block at the net, and Ritchie was there for the block. Delaney Johnson, that one spun, and Delaney Johnson on the dive just could not get to it in time. That'll tie us back at 11. Another kill for McKenna Gar. Speaking of, she'll go back to serve. Her serve is up and over. Dug up by Staffney to Ritchie. Delaney Johnson's kill attempt is long, and now the Tigers have the lead. And if it just the feel of this one, looking at the feel of it, for me, with now the Tigers taking lead, it almost feels like, man, if the Tigers could take the lead, they might be able to pull away. Cessna with the dig, though. Staffney, and then Delaney Johnson gets it over. Ellie Thielander there for the dig. Rude, and Stream will hit this one over. That was dug up by Windsor Scott. Hit back across by Blowers. Diving dig by Neeson. Setting it up now for Abby Thielander, but Staffney's there to Ritchie. And Blowers will hit it across. Gar diving dig to Stream. Setting it up for Abby Thielander. Delaney Johnson there for the dig. Delaney Johnson will look for the kill off the block of the net. Neeson in the back row with the dig to Gar. Now to Abby Thielander off the block. Delaney Johnson there to Ritchie. Setting it up for Blowers. Blowers off the block. Ellie Thielander, but it's down. Great back and forth there between the teams, but it will wind up being Blowers getting the kill. And the Jaguars tie it back at 12 apiece. This third set is going to be crazy. I can already tell. Cessna with the serve, and it's going to be an ace. Ellie Thielander got there, but a little bit behind it and sent it into the bleachers. It's 13-12, first ace for Cessna here tonight. Serve from Cessna, again line drive, but dug up by Abby Thielander at the middle of the net. Jockeyed for, but Tigers will have it, and Autumn Stream with the kill through the block of both Lenzen and Delaney Johnson to tie us back at 13. It's Autumn Stream readying her serve. It's up and over. Dug up by Windsor Scott to Johnson, and Lenzen with the kill. You couldn't have asked for a better spot for that one. Candace Lenzen beautifully, perfectly placed on that kill. As now back to serve will be Eris Ritchie. Serve is over. Dug up there by Gar to Rude. On the near side, Abby Thielander sets it up. Staffney there for the dig. Ritchie sets, and Delaney Johnson will hit this one over, and it's out. Well, back and forth we go. We're tied at 14 now. On that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. And it's up and over. Rude with the serve. Dug up by the Jags, pushed back across. Tigers have it. Abby Thielander looks for the kill. Natalie Staffney can't catch up to that one. And the Tigers have the lead. 15-14 now. Natalie Rude will line up on this near side, readying the serve. It's up and over. Dug up there by Harris to Staffney to Lenzen, who hits it across. Dug up by Gar to Rude. Now Abby Thielander looks for the kill. And Delaney Johnson just missed it. And I think she may have thought she had Staffney behind her readying for the dig, but not the case. And with a 16-14 lead for the Tigers, the Jaguars are going to call a timeout to try and get back into this one. We'll be back after a quick 30-second break.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Anthem Country 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMPradio.com. Audio only on this YouTube channel. And if you're listening on this YouTube channel, be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that red subscribe button that you see right there. Hit that. That way, once you're subscribed, you'll be notified. You'll get a notification, just like a text or anything else, when we go live with a local sporting event. So if you hit that subscribe button, you'll get a notification anytime we go live with a local sporting event, whether it be audio only or video. Of course, no video allowed for playoffs due to MSHSL. Let's try that again. Due to MSHSL restrictions. There we go. Natalie Rude on the timeout will serve, and it's into the net. Well, I'd say that is a perfectly called timeout for the Jags. Interrupt the momentum that Rush City was starting to pull their way and get a serve into the net. That's all you can ask for. Delaney Johnson will now serve for the Jags. Her serve is up, and it is over. Gar there for the dig to Rude. On the near side, Abby Thielander lines it up. Delaney Johnson got it, and you know what? I think that might have been a rare mistake from Johnson here tonight. I think if she lets that one go, I think if she puts her dig attempt and lets that one go, I think that one's going to be out of bounds. 17-15, Tigers with the lead. Abby Thielander there to serve. It's up and over, dug up by Cessna. Now to Staffney. Off the block, and Natalie Staffney will get the kill. 17-16. Staffney with the Jaguars now leading 7 kills. It's Lenzen who will go back to serve. She's second on the team with 5. Lenzen serve, a line drive, dug up by Stream. It's set by Thielander, then Gar hits it across, dug up by Staffney. Ritchie, and Staffney will look for yet another kill. Stream is there on the back line for the dig. To Rude, to Gar, hit over. Staffney diving dig to Delaney Johnson, and Harris can't get it over. Well, technically she did, but it got into that divider I talked about earlier, which is out of play, and that will make it 18-16. Man, the way the Jags are playing, you really feel like they are even. They're playing really even with the Tigers. Ellie Thielander with the serve, dug up by Harris, and Natalie Staffney aggressive coming up after, trying to get the kill, but dug up by the Tigers, and it will be Clara Neeson on the far side getting the kill there to make it 19-16. That's her third of the evening. Ellie Thielander will go back to serve again as the Tigers try to finish this one off. Serve is over, dug up by Cessna. To Ritchie. Blowers hits it over. Gar there for the dig to Rude. Setting it up on the far side for Neeson. Dug up by Delaney Johnson. Ritchie punches it over the net. Kept alive. Punched back across. I think, yeah. With a Jaguar player falling and going over that line underneath the net, it is going to be point for the Tigers. Oh, man. I hate to see a point happen that way. Coming in now, Cynthia Griffin will come in for the Jags. She's in for Ava Blowers. Griffin, a 5'7" junior. Ellie Thielander with the serve. 20-16 is the score. It's dug up by Cessna. There to Harris and hit over by Staffney. Thielander in the back row with the dig to Rude. And Stream will tap this one across. Staffney, though, there for the dig. Delaney Johnson and Staffney looking for the kill. Well, something happened that drew a whistle, and it's against the Tigers. So they did something wrong, some sort of illegal something, but it will be the Jaguars' point. 20-17, it's Windsor Scott coming in to serve. Her serve is over. Dug up by Abby Thielander to Rude to Gar. Windsor Scott got there. And Delaney Johnson, man. Windsor Scott got the dig, sent it backwards, but Delaney Johnson, her hustle paying off here tonight. That time just couldn't get to it in time, even though she got her hand on it. 21-17. Clara Neeson to serve for the Tigers. It's over. Man, that was floating a while. Cessna there for the dig. Staffney punched over by Ritchie. Dug up by Ellie Thielander. To Rude. Stream with the kill, and it was dug up by Windsor Scott, but it will travel into the student section for Rush City. A kill there for Stream. It's 22-17. Timeout called here by the Jags. It'll be their last, and we'll take a quick 30-second one as well.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Back here on Anthem Country, 106.5 FM, WCMP. Mora, as I mentioned before, beat Duluth Marshall in 3 sets. Bram defeats Uppsala in the first set, 25-14, thanks to Adam Hefty and Andy Beckstrom calling those games. Adam Hefty on the Bram game, Andy Beckstrom called the Mora game. Got more coming your way Friday and Saturday for playoff sports. Clara Neeson will serve out of the timeouts, dug up by Cessna to Ritchie, and Natalie Staffney. Oh, man. I think that would have been a good spot for that one, but hits it into the net, and now all of a sudden we're getting to the point where the Jags are going to have to get some points. Otherwise, the Tigers might just pull away. It's 23-17. Tigers only need 2. Jags are trying to fight back. Clara Neeson with the serve. It's over. Dug up by Delaney Johnson to Ritchie. And it is the young lady, Cynthia Griffin, who checks in and gets the hit across. Gar there, but it's Delaney Johnson with the dig. Staffney looking for the kill. Gar. Thielander. Gar again. Blocked at the net. Jags keep it alive. Pushed over by Lenzen. Great job there by the Jags. But now Autumn Stream comes back with it to make it 24-17. And here we go. Match point now for the Tigers. This could be it. Jags need 7 straight points to erase it. But can Neeson and company finish it off? Serve. Little something off it. Delaney Johnson diving dig. Dug up by Ritchie. Staffney will hit it back across. Dug up by Neeson to Rude. It's Gar. No, but it's dug up by Johnson. Punched over by Griffin. And the Jaguars are not done. Neeson tried to get the dig. Unfortunately, just out of reach, and it sent it backwards. 24-18. The Jags are not done yet. It'll be Natalie Staffney who will go back to serve for Hinckley-Finlayson. They need now 6 straight points to erase match point. Serve over by Staffney. Dug up by Gar to Rude. Stream looking for the kill. Blocked at the net by Ritchie and Griffin. And here come the Jags. The Jags are saying, yeah, not so fast. Staffney again wants to take some off this one. Thielander's there for the dig to Rude. Stream with the kill, and that'll do it. And Stream will wrap this one up, making it a set 3 victory, 25-19, and a 3-0 victory for the Tigers of Rush City. The Jaguars, man, they're going to be upset. You're sad for the seniors. It's a tough one to lose, but man, with the youth they have and the talent, you got to be kind of pleased with how you played because, man, you stuck it through it with one of the better teams in the state. We'll be back after word from our fine sponsors here on Anthem Country.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Hones Auto Body and Glass has 43 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are iCar and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. Hones, they'll fix you up right.
Rush City Auto invites you to come on in and check out their full lot of quality used vehicles. They got a car or truck for any size budget. Get your next vehicle from a local dealer with a great reputation. Rush City Auto wants to get you into a vehicle that you will love at a price you can afford. For more information, visit them online at rushcityauto.com and make sure you like Rush City Auto on Facebook to stay up to date with their inventory. Rush City Auto, quality used vehicles. rushcityauto.com.
I can tell you how much fun we had at Nature Ventures in Mora, but why don't I let them tell you?
I love the giant hay structures. Oh, the corn pit is fun. I love the hay rides. And all the animals. Pumpkins!
I like watching you kids play in nature.
The Pumpkin Patch with so much more. Nature Ventures, getting families together in nature. Just 5 miles southeast of Mora. Open Fridays noon to 6, Saturdays and Sundays 10 to 6. Sign up now for their Trunk or Treat contest, October 27th. Visit Nature Ventures on Facebook.
And here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch. The premier indoor batting cages in North Branch. Whether you're trying to make the team or take the team to the next level, Here's the Pitch has state-of-the-art pitching machines for both baseball and fast-pitch softball. $35 gets you cage time with your own pitcher. $40 gets you cage time using one of their top-tier pitching machines. Screens, plates, helmets, they've got the equipment, you provide the batter. Find Here's the Pitch on Facebook or visit here'sthepitchmn.com. here'sthepitchmn.com.
October is College Knowledge Month at Pine Technical and Community College. The whole month, PTCC will be providing a variety of events for future students to join us on campus and virtually. Stop in for a visit to learn more about scholarship opportunities, meet the admissions team, and tour campus, student housing, and the brand new Recreation Center. Everyone is welcome. Learn more at pine.edu/visit to schedule a visit. Whether you're starting out or starting over, Pine Technical and Community College.
And we're back on Anthem Country 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMPradio.com for live audio only. The Tigers win it in 3 sets, 25-15, 25-14, and this one, 25-19. Man, I knew this third set was going to be exciting, and it was. And unfortunately for the Jaguars, their season will come to an end early. But, man, what a fight they gave here tonight. And if you ask, a lot of people about this game, just in general, I don't think many people would sit here and say that Hinckley-Finlayson would have played this well or had a chance against Rush City. But, man, they showed that they certainly do in their heart. They had a lot of it here tonight. What a game by the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. So impressed by how they played. Stuck with it, stuck to it till the very end. But Rush City will come out on top 3-0. We do know who Mora will play on Friday. They will play up at Esco at 6 p.m., and we know who Rush City will play here on Friday. They will host Barnum here on Friday. So we got those coming your way, and we know who will play where and when, at least for this side of the bracket. For other things, we'll keep you up to date on our morning show, so stay tuned to those. But again, here, the Tigers win 3-0. They'll play and host Barnum here on Friday at 6 p.m. We'll be covering that one for sure. Also coming up, we've got football on Saturday, so stay tuned for everything as we will have more. Don't forget, we've got our Big Buck contest back this year. Rock Crusher Outdoors giving away a nice firearm to the winner. The winner will be randomly drawn on November 30th. Submit your photos to WCMPradio.com. We've got our Project Food Shelf here coming up next Friday and Saturday at Degas Fresh Foods in Hinckley. We're packing up bags of Thanksgiving food to donate to the Pine City and Sandstone Food Shelves. Come over, purchase a bag of pre-packed goodies. We'll deliver them to the food shelves. Monetary donations are also welcome. And not only that, starting on November 4th, we'll be giving away turkeys. It's our annual Gobble Gobble giveaway. Listen and win. Visit WCMPradio.com and click on the contest tab for more information. Before I wrap things up, I want to remind you to, if you're listening to this game on the YouTube channel, be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way you're notified anytime we go live with a local sporting event. Hit that red subscribe button. That way you'll get the notification every single time we have a local sporting event, whether it be video or audio only. Of course, the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars sadly fall here in this one. Honoring their seniors real quick, Natalie Staffney, Cheyenne Mishler, Candace Lenzen, and Delaney Johnson. Congrats on a great season, young ladies, and wish you nothing but the best of luck going forward, and hopefully you're maybe even playing winter or spring sports, so we'll see you once again. But the Tigers get the victory here, 3-0. They'll host Barnum here on Friday at 6 p.m., and yes, we will be a part of that one. Well, that does it for this game. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Thanks so much. Appreciate you all tuning in. Also want to thank and give a huge shout-out to all of our fine sponsors. If they don't sponsor this broadcast, well, we don't get to come out here. So I appreciate all the fine sponsors for sponsoring this and every other broadcast that we do. It is greatly appreciated. And, again, we can't do it without them. So appreciate all the things that our fine sponsors do to help us out to bring these games to you. Also, want to remind you to stay tuned to the morning shows on 95.5 FM KBK and 100.9 FM with Josh and Miron. You can catch your local sports updates at 7:30, 7:45, 8:30, and 8:45. We'll talk about this game, other games in our local listening area, plus regional and national sports. Also, reminder to stay tuned to our websites, both KBK and WCMP Radio, for interviews, articles on games that we've done. Our broadcast schedule will be up on both websites. Go to the sports tab, click on broadcast schedule, and those will have the links to all the games that we will be at. For playoffs, it is audio only. Then stay tuned to all of our social medias, our Facebook pages for both stations, our Instagram for both stations, and then our Twitter at WCMP Radio for all things local sports, breaking sports news, interviews, broken records by athletes committing to where they're going to play ball, coaches retiring, coaches being hired, all that and so much more on all of our social media pages, so stay tuned to all of that. Again, the final here in this one on that Brace Orthodontic scoreboard, the Tigers beat the Jaguars 3-0, and the Tigers will host Barnum here on Friday. And yes, we will be back out here for that one. Again, thank you all for tuning in. Thanks to all of our fine sponsors. For WCMP Anthem Country, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Remember, be kind to everyone. You never know what someone is going through, and your kindness could truly make their day or change their day. It costs nothing to be kind. So let's all try and be a little bit more kind. Once again, for WCMP Anthem Country, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Have a great rest of your night. Gilman, have a great rest of your night.